Those of you that went to public school, you are likely to be going to an educational model, going through an educational model that's based on the industrial age, right, that ended in the early 1900s. The people that had jobs in the industrial age, they needed lots and lots of people to produce goods in factories. So what did you need to do that? Educational model that we still use a lot in public schools was designed for industrial age education. Listen and repeat what I said. Reward and punishment, work faster, work harder, and standardized testing, trying to make standardized individuals. This is relatively new, but it's an example of that kind of thinking from that industrial age product. You know, so if you're going to work in a factory, you know, that's ideal. It's ideal for a 19th century factory worker as an educational model. So how many people today here are planning on being a 19th century factory worker when you graduate? Okay, just a couple. Okay. So for the rest of you then, another model is required. And you know, with the industrial age model, creativity is actually disruptive to the process. So what would be better? Can creativity even be taught? How many people are artists? That's a rhetorical question. I assume all of you guys are creative in some way. But if you think about the world at large, well, Betty Edwards, who did Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, she wrote that book, and it's a great book on observational drawing. She talks about kids having a natural sense of composition when they are little. They'll fill the page, and they'll make a great design where all the shapes work together and make a good composition. Then you get to a certain age, maybe 8 or 10, where you want to demonstrate your ability to draw or render things realistically and impress people, and all of a sudden you start drawing, you know, these little, you know, guns or flowers or something right in the corner, or monsters, and don't pay any attention to the page. You don't no longer fill up the page and make everything work together, right? So you're born with this sense of design and sense of aesthetics, and we get talked out of being creative. And you know, everybody in kindergarten loves to dance, they love to sing, they love to draw, right? But you know, as time progresses and you ask people to be creative, they're more and more shy about it, more and more hesitant, and you might feel like people might feel like they're not creative anymore. So it seems, if you are accepting that, it seems safe to say that people are born creative, and that a lot of people have that, they're talked out of being creative over time. So creativity then can be fostered instead. It can be directed, it can be developed. And this year we're working with a redesigned curriculum for the foundation. And these are all things that CIA has always worked on and has worked towards, but the redesigned curriculum is really designed to emphasize these things that are possible and desirable in 21st century education. And the two things that have changed: digital technology has enabled new models for collaboration and communication, and also we know more about the brain and about learning differences. So different learning styles. It's participatory, it's collaborative, and it's about igniting passion for learning, trying to do the same kind of objectives that we've done, but wanting to have them done in a way that individually is exciting and engaging to the artist. There are still criteria for judgment. There's still objectives to meet, but maybe multiple paths to get to that, to get to those objectives.